Explore your higher consciousness with the Edge Media Platform. We're a multimedia platform dedicated to connecting curious teachers and seekers in a safe, welcoming space. Dive into spiritual growth with our print magazine, digital content, podcasts, and in-person experiences. Whether you're seeking wisdom or sharing it, we're here to inspire and uplift your journey, here, there, and everywhere. Connect with us today. Hello, everybody. We're live. Woo! Hey, Deb. How you doing?
I'm great, thanks.
How was your day?
We had a long day, but here we are. We had a long weekend. We had 2 shows this weekend and 3 galleries, so we had a jam pack full of hundreds of people. It was fantastic.
So let's do a little call out. Where were you this weekend?
I was in Lake Superior, and then we were in Rice Lake.
Ooh, Rice Lake,
Yeah.
Wisconsin. Does it get any better than that?
Yeah, I love both of those
Yeah.
locations. The energy there with the water and the lakes and just it's just amazing. I love both of those locations. They're my favorite.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. We're starting to get people are starting to flow in. Let's do a little check-in. What are you feeling? What are you knowing? I know, and I felt terrible putting the posts up like join Deb live tonight, and it's Monday, and the whole thing is about Transformational Tuesdays. In the United States, everybody, there's a lot going on tomorrow, and we just thought we'll just stay kind of ahead of the curve and kind of move and groove from there.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a busy day for a lot of people, and we don't even
Mhm.
want to entertain that energy.
Mm-mm. Nope, nope, nope. Well, you know what? We already have someone that's coming in. Should we just jump right in?
Yeah.
Okay, let's bring Derek in. Derek, welcome to the stage. Hello. Okay,
I was
there
muted.
you go. Now it helps. Like Deb is gifted and she's telepathic, but let's make it a little bit easier on the earth plane for you to communicate with her. Go ahead. What would you like to ask Deb today?
I think just looking for a little more guidance as to like my next step direction to go in, like with my business and all of that.
So when we look into the energy of your business and we look at the energy of what you're doing all the right things. It's a matter of fact of getting out of Derek's head and understanding that when we think things, they become our reality. So the overthinking is only causing more thinking. Right. So when we have that thinking going on, we always want to make sure that the thinking goes in the positive direction because they're saying to us that more thought brings more thought. And so to get out of the head and just like really experience the joy of what you're doing is what's going to be key here. So we really love crafting, we really love being with people, we really love interacting, we really love doing readings for others. So stay in the act of the gratitude of that's what we're already doing and stay in the energy of that. The worry and the lack of is what is pushing things and making them more stagnant. So we need to come into the present moment of we are already experiencing this. We are already living this. We are already in what we want and what we desire.
That
Make
makes
sense?
yes. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's about you remember the universe doesn't hear yes or no. The universe only hears our attention to. So the act of manifesting this is that it's already happening, it's already taking place, it's already here for us, and everything that we need is already happening. So they're saying to us, just keep focusing on what's present. But what present is also that you have to know that everything is already taking place. So it's a little mixture of creating this beautiful little story that hasn't happened yet, but we want to live like it's already happened. Does that make sense? It's
That
like living it like it's already happening, even though a little piece of us knows that it's not quite here yet. The universe needs to hear that it is already here. This is already taking place.
right. That makes sense.
Yeah. Thanks so much for popping on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was great advice. Like very, very nice. Yeah. like
Yeah,
let it
well,
flow.
it's really important to always know that the universe doesn't hear yes or no. So many people get so locked up in, I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to experience that. I don't. But here's the thing, if we're focusing on the don'ts, that's exactly what the universe is going to give us. Is what we're paying attention to. So that's exactly the last thing we want to be thinking about. We always want to think of what we do want in life and how we do want to live it and all the things we want to experience. That's where our attention needs to be.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cheers to that. Okay. You guys are going to see me popping back and forth because I'm just kind of like the Wizard of Oz tonight. And I'm already seeing the wonderful comments flowing in. We have Cindy, Miriam saying, what's going on? So before we go over to Willie Atkinson, what do you want to say to Cindy, Miriam? And hold on, I'm going to pop her up so you can see her picture.
So the what's going on, and I really feel this, it's like the energy around us. I feel her. She's like everything's kind of like ugh right now, and everything kind of feels very rigid. A lot of energies are really disturbed right now because of what's going on in the world, and especially the United States with the elections coming up. We have a lot of stagnant energy. We have a lot of anxiety. We have a lot of worry about the future. All anxiety stems from not staying present. If we aren't in present moment, then our bodies will have anxiety to bring us present. When we're thinking about the future, it'll pull us back with anxiety, but we miss that little hello, come back to present moment. We just think that we have anxiety and we take a pill or we use some oil or we do some yoga. But here's the thing, anxiety is trying to get us to stay in present moment. Well, we're back there thinking about all the thoughts of things that used to happen or the way that things used to be. And that will also create anxiety. So the anxiety in the world is that we aren't dealing with present moment and we aren't staying in the fullness of who we are right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. That's beautiful. Okay, here we go. We're going to add Willie to the stage and welcome. Willie, what's your question?
Hello. Oh, can you see me?
Yep. See you and hear you.
Oh, perfect.
Hi.
Hi. So basically, I just know that there's something that I'm supposed to be doing that basically I feel like I'm just missing something. And I don't really know what it is though. Like, there's just something that is just not clicking into my brain. But yeah,
Literally the
I don't
song,
know.
your angels will, I be calling you, I'm calling you your name. Like that, like on a high, like they're singing, I am calling you. Like it's like this chorus just bellowing out of your heart stem. It's like we are calling you. And they just on and on and on about this because they're calling you into your calling. They're saying to us that your calling is here. You're already there. You know what it is. It's channeling these Bible verses. Like that's the piece that's missing. If you all don't know Will Atkinson, I've been working with him for a couple years here, and he has this incredible ability to channel Bible verses of all things. He's literally working with people, and he hears these Bible verses come in, and you Google he gets parts of them, but we can Google the whole thing, and literally, it's exactly what anything anybody's dealing with to a T. It's astonishing, and we just need to be using more of that. Like the reason why when you're doing tarot cards, Will, and you're doing these other readings, yes, you can do them because you're psychic, but it feels like it's not fulfilling
Right.
because it's not your path. You've always known since a young child you would be standing up there in front of the people and using and doing what you know is your connection to God. You're connected to Jesus. You're connected to the divine of since Jesus's walking ages. Literally, you have all of those what is it? Help me with this, Dave. What is it? Profit. You have all the profit stuff in you. It's like stored in you from all of your lifetimes. Literally, it looks to me like a whole bunch of like stone age tiles just stacked. And Will can just pull one out whenever he needs it. And he's like, this is what we need to deal with. This is what you're working with. This is what needs to happen. Because we all know that the Bible carries a lot of truth, but a lot of stuff in it is misconstrued or made up. And so, what God's trying to get Will to do, like has Debbie do a lot of the time, is channel the truth of the Bible. And so that's the next step for you is the truth of the Bible, what it really means and what it really is saying, and bring the people to the truth.
Right. And kind of just lines up with um, what I was talking to my girlfriend Derek with. She was just on with you, but basically, I was talking about how after high school, I really wanted to go to school to be like a preacher or somebody that stood up in like the church, but like it just felt off to me. So, like, very interesting on even just bridging that gap in between like the spirituality and like, if you want to say,
Absolutely.
classic religion.
Yes. That's exactly what you're here for, is that bridge. It's that pathway. But we've always seen you in front of a crowd. We've always seen you in the front lines. We've always seen you as the prophet that brings all the messages.
Okay, sweet.
So there it is. That's our next step.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Here she comes. Oh, we got Angie on already. All right.
Here I
Hi,
am.
Angie.
Hi. How are you
Uh,
doing?
Great. How can we help you tonight?
Well, I think I would like to know what my next step is as
Your
far
next
as
step in
with
your
the
journey?
readings and journey. Yeah.
So they're saying to us that your next step is very well aligned with your highest purpose, which is helping others. The highest purpose that you have is to help others. That's your true calling. So when we look into that, they say to us that when you start helping the others and you start guiding people on the same journey and same path that you've taken, they say
Mhm.
to us all the things that you've experienced now is now supposed to be taught and taught. And so they say to us, it's about repeating the processes that you've already taken and just living that with them now. So it's
Aw-
like it's like Angie has gone through all of this stuff and she's transcended so much stuff and she's learning such that stuff at such a rapid pace. Now it's time to go back and teach exactly how she did it.
Okay.
Do you
That makes
see? And
sense.
and so as you're helping people and as you're guiding them, they're saying to us that you just need to realize all it really is just teaching them exactly what you already are and what you already know and how you've gotten where you are.
Awesome.
And
Thank
so
you,
we
dear.
just be the matriarch, right? We just be the
Yes,
teacher now. Now that we're here, we're the teacher.
because we all heal together. When we heal them, we heal inside as
That's
well.
exactly
Yeah,
right.
I
As
feel
we
that.
heal, they heal with us. Remember that everything is always intertwining. The energies are always entertaining each other. So it's whoever we're entertaining ourselves with, the energies are always exchanging. And when we grow, they grow, they grow, we grow. We're all the same energy intertwining, and growth comes from all of us learning together in enlightenment.
Very nice. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for calling in.
Yep.
Just love it. I was actually seeing her with like a crystal crown that it was like time for her to like put it on, but it wasn't
Yes.
diamonds. It was like rose quartz and those little ones you're seeing now. Do you have any of those at your store? The little
Yes.
crowns?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm seeing Angela with a crown. That's all I've got to say.
Because
Okay.
it's her time to shine. It's like her time
Yes.
to let's help others do what we've done now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay, let's keep going. This is from Ashley Trapp. Am I on the right track with my career?
Absolutely. Working with other people is your thing, Ashley. Leading other people is your thing. You're going to grow to tremendous bounds and leaps. You just have to remember that sometimes we can't get there overnight because it feels like we just want to be there. We just want to be there. We can be there, but there's also steps that have to be taken to get to where we want to be. And you're taking them. So just take time with yourself because sometimes we rush a little bit. They're talking to us about wanting that to just be, and you have to take time to do that.
That's beautiful. Okay. So we're gonna now the Stephanie Barler and Lauren Claire said hello, but they didn't write anything else. So if you two are still watching, write a little note for Deb to be able to engage with. Okay. Moving right along to Miss Janet Fisher. I've been trying to be so positive about life. If my life, career, and personal life finally over to the hump or something positive coming.
So remember that all things stem from self, Janet. When we are positive about ourself, self-love, self-understanding, self-acceptance, when we gain that inside of ourselves, that is when everything on the outside will start showing that. So when we have experiences that feel loving and feel passionate and feel harmonious and peaceful and feel like we're really on the right track, this is when we know that the inside is that's what we're experiencing on the inside, because everything on the inside stems outward. So it's about understanding it's not trying to be positive, it's that we are positive. We don't allow the mind to have any other option because we have to decide that our brain is going to create this.
You
This
should
is
have saw
what we're
your
going to
luck. You're like,
do.
there's no other option. There's just no other option. I mean, you just like, boom, I saw lightning bolts coming from your when you were doing that. No other option. Sorry to interject. It was
Because there
awesome.
isn't. You got to give yourself no other option. If you let yourself sit in the gray area, you'll create more gray area. People ask us all the time, how are you so successful? How have you done this? What have you done to get here? What do you do? I have no other option than to succeed. No other options. It just is. I've decided this is what I'm doing. I'm going to carry the word of God. I'm going to bring the prophet. I'm going to be the psychic. This is what I've chosen. This is my life. I'm going to do it with gratitude, positivity, harmonious, and peace in my heart. This is what I'm going to do for the rest of the world is bring them to the light. That's what I've decided. That's what I've owned. That's who I am. And that's exactly what Janet needs to do. You have to own who you are. And then you radiate that. You don't have another choice. We keep going back and forth with this, I'm not sure attitude. That's exactly what we're going to get on the outside. People with, I don't know attitudes.
Yeah,
And so
that's
we have to
beautiful.
make sure that we are radiating exactly what we want in our lives. We have to be the example.
Okay, Janet, you heard it straight from Deb. Okay. Now we're going to be moving right along to Barbara Kmintz. She's watching us on YouTube. I feel as though I'm shifting. Does things get shaken up around you when this is happening? For example, observing things happening to those around you. Okay, Barbara. I can't wait for this response. Go, Deb, go.
Absolutely. When we are transcending and we are bettering our lives and we are feeling a shift of the bump up, we will experience turmoil all the way around us. Because what's happening is the energy is shifting. One frequency is going higher, and so the others kind of break away, right? So it's like, and then you go up. But here's the thing, some of them will transform with you and go with the transformation. Others will not, and they will fall away. And this is all a part of the mass consciousness and the frequency level at which you're residing. And that includes your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions, and that which you're being here on this earth. So they say to us, like attracts like, misery loves company, right? It's all a part of it. You have to understand that when you go up, other people might not be able to stay within that frequency. It's literally like your soul, your essence will agitate the hell out of them, and they can't help but just hate your guts. Like they're like, oh, I can't stand her. She's so, oh, but really it's just because they're agitated because the frequency that change.
No, that's beautiful. Okay, Barbara, you heard it here. Okay, next one is Amanda watching us on Facebook. When I learned about mindfulness in school, I was so excited and said, I want to teach this. My health teacher looked at me crazy. I can relate to knowing early on to love it. Anything you'd like to share with Amanda?
Amanda, you are an old soul. When we look at your energy, you have been walking a very long time on this earth, and that's why. So you were remembering about the mindfulness. You weren't taught it, you were remembering. When you were in school, you just remembered what that was. And they say to us, of course, you're supposed to be teaching it. Why wouldn't you be teaching it? Absolutely. 100%. This is your path. This is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. When we look at it, it's like, oh, God, yes.
Okay, there we go. Now, Angie popped in and she says, I have one that I bought from Debbie, and I'm wondering what she's trying to say. Give me a little insight.
Maybe somebody else asked a question on a different. Oh, the crown. She has the crown.
Oh, okay, sweet. Okay, great.
Sometimes
I'm
we
like,
need
what?
Dave.
Thank you, Dave. Dave, Dave, because I was like this and this and this and whoop. Okay, well, Angie, time to put that crown on. Okay, next we have Ashley Trapp. Feels like a silly question, but how do I practice just being?
Stay out of the present, stay out of the past. I mean, stay out of the future, stay out of the past. When your brain starts going into past circumstances and wants to replay them and dissect them and relive them and try to change them, which we know that's fake. We can't change anything that was back there. We can change our present being by going into our past subconscious, but we cannot go there in our thoughts. So our brain cannot change anything. So it's wasted time and wasted energy. And so when we go back and want to replay that, know that there's something that needs to be healed if it doesn't stop first and foremost. If it's consistently repeating itself over and over and over, that's a number one sign that it needs to be healed. And then we have to make sure that we are taking the time to heal that. But if your brain's just going in the past thinking about random stuff, then we need to train the brain to be present. And how we do that, our best thing to say that for that, Ashley, is cold water plunges, like getting yourself underneath the cold water, turning it on, telling your body you're not going to be angry, you're not going to be upset, you're going to sit here in this cold water and I am in charge. That treats the energy to the brain that we are going to think the thoughts we want to think, and our body's going to behave the way we want it to behave.
Okay. There now, would cold showers also work, or is it
Yes.
just the cold plunge?
Yeah, you could use cold waters. Cold water showers, cold water tub, cold water plunges, anything cold. We even say like just dipping your arm, like filling the sink and dipping your arms, like if you're at work and can't get out of it. I used to do that when my anxiety was extremely bad in my 20s.
I even saw like splashing cold water on your face, just kind of just that
Absolutely.
because it's kind of that shock to the system and that like
Anything
okay.
that freezes the body, and it's like, oh, like when we used to work outside at a planetarium and we did a lot of gardening and landscaping in our younger ages. We used to use the hose over our head. Shock us right out of it.
You used to put a
Yeah.
cup of ice down my back.
Yes, when Dave used to be angry at the shows, I used to put cups of ice down his back.
I have
Because he would
so
be
many questions. I have
because he would
so
be
many questions.
he would be taking on everybody's energy at the fair.
Yeah. And you're
And
just kind of like
so I went and got a cup of ice and he would not listen to anything I had to say. So I put it down his back and boom, he popped right out of it.
okay, you guys, there you go. Stephanie on Facebook wants to know, is there anything else I need to do with my business to keep moving forward?
Be more dedicated to it. It looks like a lot of back and forth energy. Like it's on and it's off. It's hot and it's cold. It's back and forth. It's back and forth. Remember, this is not a maybe. This is not a I'm not sure. This is not a I don't know if I want to. This is not a maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. This is our life. This is what we're choosing. This is what we're being. This is what we're gonna do with our life. This is how we're gonna play our life out. We're gonna make sure that this is exactly what is for us, because when we go back and forth, that tells the universe that we're not sure and we want back and forth things to come to us.
Well, that's no good. There you go,
Yeah.
Stephanie.
So we have to make sure that
Okay.
we're just very very poignant about what we want.
I got the whole like put the big stick in the ground, but then I also was seeing don't confuse busyness for moving forward, because I think some people are just busy to be busy, and there's times like even today I just wanted to be like I want to lock my phone, lock my computer, just get my work done. So I can do that, but I think there's just I was really busy today. Yeah, but that's my little Kelly
But
2 cents.
what busyness were you doing in your busy? We say this to Dave always. He's like, I got so much done today. I was busy. And we say, oh, Dave, what'd you do today?
Do you use that voice too?
Yes.
Okay. There you go.
It's a lifestyle, not a career, really, is what I hear you say to people.
That's right. It's a lifestyle, not a career. It's a life. It's a life.
It's a life, right?
It's a life. It's our
and you and
life.
I are the same way. I don't like it. People are like, yay, it's Friday. And I say happy Friday to people, but Friday is no different than Mondays and Wednesdays. This is what we
No.
do, and this is what we live. And I have notes of paper. I have pads of paper. Do you have pads of paper everywhere? I have pads
Yes,
of
I
paper
do.
Oh yeah,
everywhere.
I think one of the cutest things that Debbie says to people, because she sees people every weekend and they'll be like, "Man, you've been busy." She'll go, I have.
I'm always like, huh, I didn't notice. Because I don't.
Yeah.
Because this is just our life. This is just what we do. People are like, it's so much, it's so much, it's so much. I'm like, but it's not. Because when you love what you're doing, it shouldn't feel hard. It shouldn't feel like a chore. It shouldn't be hard to do what you're loving. If you're actually living your life purpose, there wouldn't be the, oh my God, this sucks. There
Yeah.
wouldn't be that because your heart is in it, your passion is in it, your desire to be in it, to win it is what you should be living every single day.
Yeah.
Some days aren't as good as others. You know, all of us have down days, but that doesn't mean that I lose my passion for what I'm doing and I'm not going to put it in the fuck it bucket. You know,
Right?
like,
Well, and sometimes it's like, go take a bath, go reset,
yes,
and because tomorrow morning, it's like, "Yay, it's another day.
a bad
Yay."
5 minutes isn't a bad life.
No, it's
And
not.
that's the thing people have to get over. They'll have a bad 5 minutes and they think, oh my God, this is my whole life. No, honey, it's not your whole life. It was 5 minutes. It's
Yeah.
not, doesn't have to be for the whole day. It's just for that 5 minutes. And now we're over it. Now let's move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, we got Lauren Claire. Am I better off on my own with my path and work on me, or am I supposed to be revealed by there we go. Rebuild my
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
relationship and work on that while trying to work on me. And in parentheses, it says we are currently separated.
There's a reason why you're currently separated. There's a reason why you chose to separate. And so when we have that separation, we make that choice, we've made that choice for a reason. And so they say to us, if you've already made that choice, why aren't we sticking with the choice? Why are we going back and forth? That's what we have to stick with. That's what you have to come to real terms with is why are we going back and forth? What is it that Lauren doesn't have inside that she thinks that this other person is going to complete or do for her? Like, what is it that she keeps going back for, but then realizes that it's not there and then does it over again? It's a pattern. It's a pattern. Okay, so we have to figure out the pattern. What is it that she keeps going back for? Love. Okay, love. Where does love come from? Self. If we're not loving self, we're always going to be looking for it in other spaces and areas. And so they say to us that it is in self that you need to discover this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes really insert
It's
whatever word you think we should use
it's
in this space.
I know, right? It's like you want to say the word hard, but we don't want to manifest hardness.
Mm-mm.
But I know that when I went through this, when I went through my divorce with my first husband, I kept going back. I kept going back. I kept going back. I kept going back. I would say it was for the kids. I'd say it was for this. It was for that. All the different reasons I think that he changed. I changed. All the areas. But really, all I really was trying to do was find a stability and something that was loving and something that felt safe. But here's the thing: I didn't feel safe. I didn't feel loved, and I didn't feel stable. And I was looking for that in exterior places. And once I found that within inside of myself and really built a foundation, that's when I met Dave. And that's when I and Dave were able to build together and work on ourselves after we got together. He helped me, I helped him. We're still helping each other. And matter of fact, today in Rice Lake, we were helping each other in the rainstorm. um, we are always consistently evolving and transcending our things, but not until you find that partner that's going to back you 100% on all decisions. Have you found the right one? Just remember
Yeah.
that
Yeah, that
on
feels
all
good.
decisions.
Okay, there we go. Ooh, guess who's saying hello? Miss Carol Dutton. You guys, if you haven't experienced Carol, she's magical. Hello, lovely ladies. I'm ready to shine on my career. Is there something I should be doing to keep balance between family and work?
Well, Carol, I love you so much, but you worry so much. Worry is the biggest emotion that will pull away from our separation from self, right? Because worry will put our energies in other people's energy fields. Like we worry about your niece and we worry about your sister and we worry about our daughter and we worry about this and we worry about that. And, you know, and when we're at work, we worry about the people at work because we have such a good heart. But here's the thing that Spirit wants you to know is that there's no worry that needs to be worried. There is no worry. Worry is a wasted emotion, sweetheart, because worry doesn't change anything. So they want you to understand that when you stop worrying, you'll have a lot more energy too to do the fun, fantastic things that you do.
Okay. Carol, you heard it here. You like the little Kellyisms at the end of every single one? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, everybody.
The
Okay.
worry wart.
The worry
The
word.
worry wart. Yeah, the worry
Okay.
wart. We love you.
This is from Karen Larson Hansen. Am I on the right career path since my recent change at work?
It feels a little bit like you wish that you could go back or that we could change something. Remember that we can't go back and change anything and that we make our choice for the right reasons. And we should never doubt our choices. Our choices are just choices. And if we don't like them, we can just make new choices. So Spirit's saying to us, don't be afraid to change again until you feel better about self and feel better about in the environment that you're in.
Yeah, that feels good. Okay, here we go. Amanda is next. This is Amanda Kutzer. And Amanda, if I said your last name wrong, I apologize. I have this weird feeling I won't be a mother, and part of me wants to get more animals so I can spoil them. What are you feeling long around my maternal vibes, please? Thank you in advance.
Yeah. Amanda, if you want to spoil something, definitely get more animals because spoiling children doesn't work out.
No, it doesn't. Doesn't matter how old they are. No.
It
But
doesn't.
animals, they give you that instant gratification. I have 2 dogs sitting outside the door of this room right now, ready to give me love, and I've done nothing but ignore them all day today. So there.
Yeah, yeah. And so we can spoil animals rotten to the core, and they will just be unconditional love and they won't be brats. But here's the thing about children children need tough love, children need stability, children need to go through hard things just like we go through hard things. And I'll tell you what, if you don't and they don't go through hard things, you're going to have a child that is the ones that society has the most trouble with. Because it's like the spoiling gives them this, I don't know, it's like an inferior complex. It gives them this ego that is just raging. I don't know how to explain it other than that. I watched it in the school system for a lot of years. What do we say about your maternal instincts and around that? You are a true mother, though. When we look at your heart, your mothering skills are just amazing. You are such a loving person, but know that we can be a mother to the world too. There's a lot of children out there that need you. When I went into the school system, I was a mother to so many children and they needed somebody to love them unconditionally and to give them stability. And so we wouldn't worry so much about having our own children as much as we would about being a mother to the world.
That's beautiful. Okay, Angie Johnson is back, but it's actually her husband Adam. Is the next move in my career going to come soon?
I think that you're going to be, well, I don't think, I know, because they just showed us the level up or the bump up is coming soon. You getting some kind of promotion or promotion that's deserved because of all the hard work. And they say to us that this is coming, but this is the thing that we need to understand that you need to express it and you need to say it and you need to make it known. Because there's so much going on and so much chaos where you're at that it needs to be said. Like this is what we want and this is how we see it.
I'm seeing like chatter, 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 and like this, and it's him coming and going like, boop, I declare that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Now
so much chaos going on where he's at that he just needs to like directly say, this is what we want, and they would give it to him.
Okay, there we go. This is Raven Granger. I feel like my life is stuck. I keep putting one foot in front of the other to keep moving forward. Are happier times coming? I'm so tired of just moving, but not moving, if that makes sense.
Raven, this completely makes sense. When we are stuck in our shit, and we're stuck in how we feel, and our bodies feel stagnant even though we're doing the things that we need to be doing, and we don't understand why we're not getting different results. This is what's happening. Our body is trying to tell us that we need a break, number one. And our brains are telling us that we need to sit with something that we haven't healed, and our body is being compressed. Oh, sorry about that. The dog tried to, the dog almost tipped over the
Woo!
stand. We will feel, okay, Mira.
Okay,
Dave's playing,
somebody wants to be on camera.
Dave is playing with Mira and she's bumping into the stand. I'm sorry, let's start again. Okay, Raven, so they're saying to us that when we feel stuck, the body's trying to tell us that it needs rest, number one. And when you fight rest, then our bodies will just continuously think that it needs rest. So you always have to remember that when we fight it, it'll feel like it needs it more. And sometimes if we just take the 15-20 minutes to sit down, our bodies will actually feel better with this. There's talking to us about your sleep and your sleep patterns and sleep, having a good sleep. They want you to understand that the sleep needs to be more deep. You need to be somehow getting into REM because you're not. So there's different things that we could look into for that. We could lavender oils, essential oils are amazing for sleep. Saging your house before you sleep so that energies aren't coming in. There's a lot of different things that you could be doing to help promote deeper sleep. There's just a lot of, Raven, why don't you send me a message? Because there's a lot of things going on here that are making you feel unhappy. And there's a lot of energy stuff that we need to work on so that we can clear and move space for you to create happiness. Because there's a lot of, they say to us this, the body needs to know this. Are we hungry? Are we thirsty? Are we tired? You guys remember, this isn't just for Raven, this is for everybody. If we don't deal with our body's top three things that we need to take care of, are we hungry? Are we tired? Are we thirsty? We're always going to feel unhappy because the body's trying to tell us that we need this. Let's start there. And then after that, why don't you give me a message? Because there's a lot of different things going on.
And how does Raven get a hold of you?
Oh, I'm sorry. www.refinedivinepsychic.com, or you can go to our Garden of Eden Psychic Medium page.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
This is Miranda. Hello. I am feeling a little stuck in what direction to take with all the knowledge I carry. Any advice for me to choose a path, or what can I do to find what would be best for me?
With all the knowledge you carry. They show me a book and they're showing me writing, Miranda. Let's put the knowledge down. Let's put the knowledge down. Let's share the knowledge. You have so much knowledge. Let's share the knowledge. Knowledge isn't supposed to be kept to self. It's supposed to be shared with everybody else. That's the purpose of it. And so sharing it with everybody is why we obtain it. Like, why else would we have it?
There we go. Okay. Moving on to Ashton Jade. Are there any messages I need to hear from my guides, ancestors, or relatives?
Keep moving forward. You're doing great. Your guides are talking to us about feeling self-empowered and empowering self and feeling better now. Like you're literally moving in the right directions that you need to go. They're saying to us that you just need to understand that it's also a process. Because some days she feels like she's not feeling well. But here's the thing. We can't feel 100% all days. That'd be crazy. We have to experience both. Everybody needs to understand there's always a flux. Some days we're like, we're kind of, but we're not at our best, but we're still doing our best things. And the next day we could feel like we're ecstatic and change the whole entire world. And there's always going to be that polarity. We can't stay at high octane 24/7. There has to be a fluctuation in that. And that's okay.
You can say that again. Okay, really briefly, we're going to, Stephanie Barler said, thank you. And Janet Fisher says, Deb is amazing. Love the direct, clear statements. Okay.
Yes, we don't ever filter anything. We
Oh,
let it
oh
come
no.
completely out, no matter what they're saying to us. We just let it fly out. And how you interpret that is up to you. And if you're ass bent about it, that's also on you.
There you go. Okay. Jesse Joe Johnson -6. Say that Say that name 10 times. I bet it's just beautiful. How do I start liking my job again? I feel so anxious and negative. Am I in the right career? So that seems like that's kind of a couple
Yeah, that's
questions going on.
yeah, there's a couple different things going on there. First, they say to us they want you to remember the whole reason why you got into it. They say to us that there's a reason why you chose this, and you were very passionate and you were very excited in the beginning. It feels like you're letting a lot of the bullshit that's in the career and the people around you affect how you feel. You have to be a creator of your energy, not a reactor. So when we have a lot of stuff going on around us, either we can create the energy that we're experiencing in that environment, or we can react to the energy around us in the environment. And so we always are creators, we are not reactors. And so that's exactly how you change that. Think about the passion of why you started it, and then you want to create your energy, not react to it, energies around you.
And is Jesse in the right career?
Yes.
Okay, we just have to kind of do a little
Yeah, she just has to refine and define. And because this is the thing, sometimes it's like every single day we continuously get ourselves in a pattern or a routine of what we think the day's going to bring. And that's exactly what the day's going to bring. If we think that's going to happen, it's going to happen. And we have to pay attention to those thoughts. It's like, if you walk into the work and you know that everybody's going to be rude and everybody's going to be negative, that's exactly what you're going to bring to yourself. Root and negativity. The people that are happy are going to pass right by you and you're not even going to see them. You're going to attract to you the negative and the rudeness because that's what your attention is on.
Oh,
Yeah.
I worked at Best Buy about 25 years ago in promotion events in the advertising agency, and I was hyperventilating every day before I walked in the door. I mean, it
Ugh.
was just like that. I threw up a couple times. I mean, it was just so I totally, and I wasn't intending to feel that way, but when you get into that mindset and that spin, oh, I can see a lot of people having those kind of issues.
Well,
Okay,
and
great.
the body can remember subconsciously how you've been feeling and how it has felt, and it will replicate. It will replicate. It's like I'm definitely afraid of needles. Like I don't like shots.
You are
I don't
too?
like
Like, I am like, oh my God. Like, I used to sell phlebotomy equipment, like lab equipment where the phlebotomists come in to draw blood, and I'd be in meetings and I'd be like, so, oh my God, I
Yes.
can't believe we share that too.
Terrified of needles. And I literally will pass out right on the table. They have to lay me down, lift up my
Yep.
legs. I will lay down, convulse, and just like lose my shit when they come out with the needles. But that is something that my body has decided it's going to do. My brain logically knows there's no reason to freak out. My brain understands that there's no danger here, but my body replicates that over and over and over. So a lot of the times what's happening is there's this thing that's stuck inside of our body and our body remembers. This is a lot like sometimes we get people that come in and say, how come every year on my mother's death day, it feels like she's died all over again? And my body just completely freaks out. My mind logically knows, but my body just freaks out. And I say to them, it's because it's a cell memory that's in the body. It's a cell memory. That's all. That's all it is. The body is replicating what it knows, what it's done, and how it responds. Yeah.
We have the needle thing. It took me 10 years to get this tattoo. That took like 6 minutes to do because I was so worried about the needles.
My body would be covered in tattoos if I could get over the fear of needles. But I can't. So you are further than I am because I don't even have a tattoo yet. I've
Um,
made the appointment so many times. I've not went through with it.
Oh, I got scared shitless. Yeah. And I see people with full sleeves and stuff, and I was like, yeah, 8 minutes. Yeah, it was I went okay, I no lie, everybody, I peed 7 times before getting on the chair. They were laughing at me because I'm like, hold on, gotta pee 7 times, everybody. Okay, Tabitha, what do you see surrounding me in my transition of moving? The move has to happen. I just don't know where, how, or what kind of place and environment. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing like the globe. Will it be a temporary place, possibly until I find a real place that I'm supposed to be? Okay, Tabitha, this is a big one.
Okay, yep. Because it's not just her; it's a lot of people stemmed with her. Tabitha takes care of a lot of people, not just herself. She also like her grandchildren live with her. Like she's a large plethora of people that she takes care of. Um, South. It feels like we're going south or further south of where you're at. I don't know how far, but it feels south. And it feels like it'll be a better environment because it'll be larger, more space because you need more space. And that's the issue here. Space, correct? Wait, I would like a response if that's what
Okay.
she's
Hold on. Let me see if we can. Let's see if Tabitha's on. Nope, I don't see her. Okay, hold
okay.
on a second.
That's
Oh
okay.
no. Oh, you guys, this is where I'm an amateur DJ.
It's all
I
right.
apologize. I apologize,
Dave can look too.
everybody.
He can see too.
Yeah, I'm looking too.
Dave. Okay. Tabitha, if you're on, message us and we'll get back to you. Okay,
Oh,
here we
there she
go.
is.
Oh, do you want me to
What'd she
say
say?
something or not?
Yes, but also a lot of negative energy here.
Oh,
We would sage our house. We would sage the house for 7 days, Tabitha, and see how you feel on the eighth day. Every single day, 7 days, and on the eighth day, see how you feel, because it could be, I do feel the exterior energies like you're talking about, but I want you to make sure that it's not removable. But yes, you need a bigger space. You need more bedrooms. You need more space for all the people that you're caring for sure. We would definitely clear the space to make it more comfortable until you go.
oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And they can buy all the supplies at your store, can't they?
Yes, they can, and I can send it to you.
There you go. Okay. Now I don't know if it's Jenny or Jeannie, but and beautiful one. I'm not even gonna try to say your middle name dash har because it's beautiful and I say everyone's names wrong. So, any messages from spirit for Jenny?
Yeah, more dedication to yourself and don't worry so much about exterior things. It feels like we are always looking at the outside and what everybody else is doing or how they're seeing things or what they're perceiving. More attention paid on self.
That's beautiful. Okay, Lisa just wants to say, "Hey Deb, miss you. You're doing great."
Oh, why, thank you.
You're like, yay. Okay, this is Ashley Trapp. According to modern medicine, I've been told that I may have fertility issues. I have both been wanting and been afraid to have kids. I was wondering, regardless of this, will I be able to have kids someday?
Absolutely. Yes, we see you with kids. Yes.
Okay, you heard it here.
Yeah, we want to make sure that we don't ever perseverate on, that we the lack of, right? We want to know that it's already happened and we want to see how it's already happened. We have a lot of people that come to me for fertility issues. Dave said that he's super worried that someday they might start coming after us for child support because they're like miracle babies. And Dave's like, and so we always joke about that. They come to us, can't have kids, and then all of a sudden they're just pregnant, and it's beautiful. It's wonderful, and it's a miraculous. And so it's just the belief, honestly. It really is. A lot of this is the belief.
That's beautiful. Okay. Um, Miranda said, great, and thank you.
Yeah, you're
Now we're going to
welcome.
switch over to Tara. Hello. What can I do to heal the relationship with my daughter, Ashley? Thank you.
Understand that love always wins. They say to us that love always wins. Focusing on the past and things that have happened in the past isn't the direction you want to go. And remember, there's no right and wrong, that she sees things one way, you see things another way. Come to an understanding, understand her thoughts, understand her ideas and her emotions. Know that she has her own and they don't have to be yours. And we can come into a meeting in the middle and choose love.
That's beautiful. Okay, there you go, Tara. We have Miss Cindy Torres wanting to say, I love my work and all my amazing clients. Let's just do how amazing her clients are. But lately, I've been just getting stressed and overwhelmed super easy, and I need to get back to myself. That is always on top of everything. Any recommendations for getting back to her outside from drinking water?
Oh, I'm always on her about drinking her goddamn water. I am always on her about drinking her water. Are you, Kelly?
Not saying anything.
Oh, you're not what?
No. Like there's like no, it's and I heard about the crystal light packets like that you sent down to her. Like that is just beautiful. Like right,
I
we
sent her huge packages of crystal light so that she
I
could drink her
know,
water. Yes.
right? But you know
Um,
what? Come on, if you're drinking, but you know if you're drinking Mountain Dew or you're drinking something or Pepsi or anything like that, I mean it's just not the same. Like right now, I'm drinking tea. Do you think I really want to be drinking tea? Absolutely. There we go.
water.
Water.
Yes. So it feels a lot like you feel very reactive, Cindy, and this isn't to hurt you. This is to help you. And this is what they're saying to us. Reactive energy versus creating energy. You're a very powerful being. You're very intuitive. You have your own psychic abilities. And they say to us that what happens is that you can feel somebody shift and you can feel their anger and you can feel what they're doing. And sometimes we get a little misconstrued and then we react to it, right? And then we're super stressed out about it. And so they say to us that just understand that not everything you feel all the time is personal because it isn't. Especially when it comes to me. My shit is all over the place. Freak. And my stuff is not personal at all. And so that's what they're saying to us is just try to not take things personal and let's be a creator of our energy. And when the energies come in, we can observe them because that's what's happening. You're psychically seeing and hearing and feeling. We need to observe them and not make them ours because we need to distinguish like all this stuff you're hearing, feeling, and doing. Like you have a lot of people depending on you. So you have a lot of energy that's consistently streaming to you. So this is what I do. I say in this, because I do too. Is this mine? Is this energy I'm feeling mine? If it's not, can we please return this to sender and delete this where I created this to be mine? And if it is not mine, the energy will leave us like this because you're the god of your body and it has to listen to you. So if you say this energy that's not mine, then I want it to leave and go back to where it come from. That's where it has to do. It has to leave you. And so that's what I want you to start doing. I want you to start observing, is this energy mine? If it is not, I want it to leave me. Can we delete this where we created this to be ours? Because we are taking on so much stuff and it's suppressing your energy and it feels very heavy. And so we have to make sure that we are understanding that a lot of this stuff that you're experiencing isn't even yours. And it will exacerbate and make things that are already there worse. Like when if you have arthritis or if you have any kind of ailments inside of our bodies, it literally will make all of those worse because the energy is so heavy. It's gonna feel worse. We're gonna feel sicker. We're gonna feel more pressure on our bodies and weight and not feeling well.
I also get something like snapping or hitting or wiggling, like getting up a couple to like setting an alarm to just kind of wiggle it off and like shake it, or whether it's a shower, whether it's the cold water, there's just something that can just kind of like boom. I also love that advice about what's yours. What I see it as like shopping bags around the holiday time, and I'll have like arms, like almost go gadget arms, where everyone's carrying all these heavy things, and then I'm like, what's theirs? And boom, 95% of the stuff always falls, and it's just like this little things that are
Correct.
left.
Yes, especially when we have so many people counting on us, it will feel so much like ours because they are directly putting it towards us. And when we're talking to us, even through text, energy is being transmuted through text because they're focusing on you. And because you are so gifted, you're feeling those energies and they feel very straining. So imagine all of your clients focusing you on at once, right? And so it's going to feel very heavy. And so you just need to send that shit back to them. That's not mine. That's not mine. That's not mine. And then see how you feel after that. And also, getting yourself out of the house and doing more things for self. Because I know Cindy's a very caring person and her whole life is her family. And so where are we taking care of ourselves and where are we doing things for self to create self happiness? Taking time for self is really super important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, Cindy. Okay. Now we're moving on to Kim from Facebook. What is my dad trying to tell me or wanting me to share in the speech next month?
Life is beautiful, Kim. Life is beautiful. So he's on the other side and he visits her often. It It is a celebration of how beautiful life is and how it is to be cherished and how much time we have together and how much beauty has been created with his life and who he was. He says to us that you have all the words inside of you that you need. All you have to do is open your mouth.
That's fantastic. Okay. Hold on, guys. There's like a ton of these comments and I'm just trying to get through them. Okay, there we
Hey, guess
go.
what, guys?
What?
It's 1 minute to 8.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a couple more and then we're done. And Blummer. Of lately, I dream every night. I journal, then in the mornings, I get some of the messages of these dreams. Is there something I'm missing that I'm dreaming of so often?
They say to us to acknowledge and know that dreams are you trying to figure out spiritually what's happening. And so it's almost like they say to us, who's the manifester? Who's the psychic? What's the difference? Literally, it's the same. Psychic and manifestation are the same because we are the creator of the psychicness. The psychicness is the manifestation. It's like the same thing. So they say to us, don't acknowledge about dissecting so much of it. Just allowing yourself to live it and enjoy the ride and let it be magical.
There we go. We're going to go rapid fire. Maria, I have a ton of autoimmune diseases. Will I ever feel better? I'm just tired of being tighter.
Mm.
Tired, excuse me.
Yeah. Well, tighter is a good description for how our body feels. It feels like it's restricted. When I'm in our energy, it feels like this. The best book we can say for all people. There's two books. Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life, is a book that talks about how ailments and diseases become in your body and how we created them, how to uncreate them. The second book I always offer people is Encyclopedia of Ailments and Diseases. You can get it right off Amazon for about $28. It has every single disease ever known to man, how we create it and how we uncreate it. It will blow your mind how detailed it is and how spot on it is to what you're dealing with in your life and what ailments and diseases you have. Autoimmune disease issues are attacking yourself and how you aren't like loving self. And you can go in and read all about that in those books.
Beautiful. Okay. Cindy said that her daughter is scared half to death of medical needles, but she handles tattoos and piercings no problem. So, maybe that's another show, right? Okay. Lauren, Claire, are there any messages from my recently passed cousin, Jessie?
We already answered a question for Lauren. We remember that from earlier. We'll do one apiece.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you for checking in, Lauren. Now, this is Holly Wallace. My mom is going through a unique situation right now that is impacting our entire family. Will this be resolved or will it continue to struggle with the situation?
We can see all situations as a struggle or we can see them as a hindrance. So understand that everything that's happening in life is about change. And change can be either be pursued as awful or it can be pursued as a change that we all can work together and move forward from it. So it's about our perception of what's happening and how we're dealing with it. So they want you to understand that everything in life isn't always peaches, creams, and rainbows, but it is how we treat everything around us and how we deal with what's happening is life experience. And it's about enlightenment and about doing it with unconditional love and stability and moving forward together as a family, no matter what. And you're wondering about the situation, are we going to continue to struggle? Well, remember, struggle is created by our thoughts and how we feel about the situation. Life isn't about the struggle. Life is about the path and how we choose to live it and how we choose to follow that path.
That's beautiful. Okay, we're wrapping up. Any closing words, Deb, for tonight?
Yeah. Guys, always know that you can sit with self long enough to drop inside of your heart and hear what your heart has to say about all of these questions. Everything that I am saying is streamed from your guides, your angels in your heart and your higher self. All these things are also inside of you. A lot of people, when I'm doing readings, say, I was just feeling this a couple days ago, or I was just thinking this last week, or I swear that I was just knowing that I should be doing that. I heard that or I felt that. Well, of course, because all of you are also gifted. And there's also, your guides and your angels are always getting you downloads. And there's different people that they're trying to send your way so that you can see these messages and understand them. They come in so many different ways, shapes, and forms. You just have to allow the magic and the miracle to happen in your life by believing in yourself, believing in faith, knowing that spirit's always there, and just listening.
So important. So important. Okay,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you for having us on Transformational Tuesday on a Monday. We will be back. Oh, what? Let's let everyone know. And I should have had this up and ready to
2 weeks
go.
from
2 weeks.
Tuesday.
2 weeks from Tuesday. And of course, I've been planning all these different things. So my calendar is on 2026. So we are going to be back on November 19th at 7 p.m. CST. Follow Deb on, okay, what are your platforms?
It is Refined Divine presents Garden of Eden Medium. And then our what's our TikTok?
Refined Divine.
Refined Divine is our TikTok. And then we have a website, refineddivinepsychic.com.
Beautiful. And as always, I'm Kelly, publisher of Edge Magazine. Check us out on edgemagazine.net, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Explore your higher consciousness with the Edge Media Platform. We're a multimedia platform dedicated to connecting curious teachers and seekers in a safe, welcoming space. Dive into spiritual growth with our print magazine, digital content, podcasts, and in-person experiences. Whether you're seeking wisdom or sharing it, we're here to inspire and uplift your journey, here, there, and everywhere. Connect with us today.